Hi there, welcome to another Huxley Spatial quick demo. This quick demo is illustrating some projection systems and also your measuring tool. So first to get started, I'm going to open up my data frame properties. As you can see here, I've set my projection system as Mercator, and there's quite a few projection systems here to choose from. If you'd like to find a particular one, you can search in this bar here. You can also add or import a new projection system from another file so that all of your layers match up to the same coordinate system. That way you don't have Florida way off in the Caribbean by itself. Alright, let's close out there. Now to open up your measuring tool, you just need to click this button here and you should get a small window like this popping up. You've got a point measuring system. If I click on that and go find a point to click like Portland, it should load up the x and y coordinates in kilometers for that particular feature, in this case, Portland. You also have a line measure and a measure of area. When you're using those, you'll want to use things like this in particular. Nautical miles for ocean, kilometers, millimeters, and area. You want to calculate things out in maybe meters, miles, depending on where you are and what system you're using. Now, you also want to choose a measurement type. Planar is what you'll typically default to for maps that are using a projected coordinate system that go from our 3D planet that we live on to a 2D map. So this is straight as the crow flies. This is not how planes fly. Geodesic is how planes fly, where we take into consideration the curvature of the Earth, and I'll demonstrate the difference when measuring in just a moment. If you'd like information on any of these, including Lockstrom and Great Elliptic, you can find them in that link that are in the description below this video. Alright, so first let's work with planar. Let's take our measuring tool, our line measuring tool, and go from Seattle to Boston. So you can see a straight line there, and it sums up our length, and we can also make different segments. So if I wanted to then go from Boston to Oklahoma City, it'd measure the segment and also the length of the total lines I've drawn. Next, let's change our measuring system to geodesic. Let's do the same. Let's do Seattle to Boston. As you can see, the line curves. This curvature is to take into account the curvature of the Earth. If we change our measuring system back to, just a moment. If we change our system back to planar and go to our area of measurement, we can measure a square. In this case, I'm going to go for North Dakota because it's a pretty easy thing to measure with some nice intersections. And there it is. I can measure the total area of North Dakota. So that's a basic show on how to work with your systems. So that's a basic demonstration of how to work with your measuring tool and a little bit about coordinate systems. Please feel free to watch more of our videos to learn more about ArcMap. Thank you.